Introduction to COBOL. Q1. What is COBOL? COBOL stands for Common Business Oriented Language. It is one of the oldest high-level languages, designed mainly for business, finance, and administrative systems. Its English-like syntax makes it highly readable and maintainable. Q2. Why is COBOL still widely used? Reliable and proven in production, handles large-scale data processing, powers critical systems in banking, insurance, airlines, and government, still supports more than 70% of global business transactions. Q3. What are the main advantages of COBOL? Simple, English-like syntax, strong in batch and transaction processing, excellent for file handling, mature, stable, and tested over decades. Q4. What are the disadvantages of COBOL? Verbose coding style, fewer modern programmers learning COBOL, not suited for scientific, mathematical computations. COBOL program structure. Q5. What are the main divisions of a COBOL program? Identification division, program name and metadata environment division, input, output setup and device dependencies. Data division defines variables, constants, and files. Procedure division contains program logic. Q6. What are sections under the data division? File section defines input, output files. Working storage section declares variables. Constants. Linkage section defines parameters passed between programs. COBOL data types and AMP clauses. Q7. How are data types defined in COBOL? Using the picture, pick, clause. Pick 9, 5, numeric, 5 digits. Pick X, 10, alphanumeric, 10 characters. Pick A, 20, alphabetic only. Pick 9, 4, V99 decimal with 2 implied decimals. Q8. What are comp types? Comp binary storage, comp 1 single precision floating point, comp 2 double precision floating point, comp 3 packed decimal. Q9. What are special level numbers? 66 renames existing field, 77 independent elementary items, 88 condition names. Q10. What are figurative constants? 0, 0, 0 value, space, spaces, blank values, high value, highest collating value, low value, lowest collating value. COBOL verbs and statements. Q11. What is the evaluate statement? Works like a case statement, used instead of nested ifs. Q12. What is the perform statement? Transfers control to another paragraph, section and comes back. Perform n times perform until condition perform through, range of paragraphs. Q13. Difference between stop run, GOBACK, exit program. Stop run ends main program, exit program returns control to caller, subprogram. GOBACK acts like exit in subprograms, stop run in main. Q14. What is on size error? Prevents truncation, overflow during arithmetic by providing error handling. Q15. What is redefines used for? Allows multiple variables to share the same memory area. Q16. What is initialize used for? Sets numeric fields to 0, alphabetic fields to spaces, and clears groups. File handling. Q17. What file organizations are supported in COBOL? Sequential records, one after another. Indexed access via keys. Relative access via record number. Q18. What are file open modes? Input read only, output write new record, IO read and update existing records, extend add to existing file. Q19. Difference between WRITE and rewrite. Write adds a new record, rewrite updates an existing record. Q20. What is file status? 2-character code after file operations. Examples: 00 success, 02 duplicate key, 10 end of file, 23 record not found, 35 file not found, 37 file already open, 92 logic error, 93 file locked. Q21. What is select and assign in COBOL? Links COBOL file names to external datasets. Arrays and tables. Q22. How are arrays defined in COBOL? using occurs. 01 student names. 05 student occurs 10 times pick x 20. Q23 what is index by used for? Defines an index variable for table processing. Q24 what is search versus search all? Search linear search all binary search, table must be sorted, string handling. Q25 what does string do? Concatenates multiple fields into one. Q26 what does unstring do? Splits a string into multiple fields. Q27 what does inspect do? Tallying counts occurrences, replaces characters, converts one set to another. Advanced COBOL verbs. Q28 what is sort? Sorts records in ascending, descending order. Q29 what is merge? Combines multiple sorted files into one. Q30 what is call statement? Used to call subprograms. By reference, call is variable modified by content copy pass, not modified. Q31 what is linkage section? Defines data passed from other programs. Q32 what is static versus dynamic call? Static linked at compile time, dynamic loaded at runtime. Appends and errors. Q33 what are common COBOL appends? S0C7 invalid numeric data, S0C4 invalid memory access, S0C1 bad instruction, S0CB divide by 0, S322 CPU time exceeded, SB37, SD37, SE37 dataset space errors. Q34 how to fix S0C7. Validate numeric fields with numeric test cleanse input data JCL, job control language. Q35 what is JCL used for? Tells mainframe how to execute programs and manage datasets. Q36 what are JCL statements? Job start exec program to run DD dataset definitions. Q37 what is disp? Dataset status parameter. Example: new create new dataset, old use existing exclusively, SHR shared access. Q38 what are SYSIN and SYSOUT? SYSIN input parameters, SYSOUT program output. Q39 what are GDGs? Generation data groups, dataset versions like my, file, +1. Q40 what is a prop? Reusable JCL procedure, macro. Q41 what are JCL appends? S0C7 COBOL data error, S322 time limit exceeded, SB37, SD37, SE37 space append. Q42 what is palm? Parameter passed to program at execution. COBOL plus DB2 integration. Q43 how does COBOL interact with DB2? Through embedded SQL inside exec SQL, end exec. Q44 what are host variables? COBOL variables used inside SQL statements, prefixed with. Q45 what is SQL-CA? A communication area that holds SQL execution status. SQL code status code, 0 equals success, 100 equals not found, 911 equals deadlock. Q46 what is the difference between SQL CODE and SQL STATE? SQL code IBM numeric code, SQL state, ANSI 5 character status. Q47 what is cursor processing in DB2? Declare cursor defines multi-row select open executes select fetch reads row into host variables close releases cursor. Q48 what are commit and rollback? Commit saves DB2 changes, rollback undoes changes since last commit. Q49. What are common DB2 errors? 911 deadlock, timeout, 805 package not found, 818 timestamp mismatch, 803 duplicate key, COBOL plus CICS integration. Q50. What is CICS? CICS, Customer Information Control System, is a transaction manager for real-time applications. Q51. What are common CICS commands? Send map, send screen to terminal, receive map, get user input, read, write, delete VSAM file operations, return end transaction. Q52. What is handle condition? Specifies routines for error handling. Example, NOTFND, PGMIDERR. Q53. What is EIB? Execution interface block, system data available to each task, transaction ID, terminal ID. Q54. What is map versus mapset? Map single screen MAPSET group of maps. Q55. How is DB2 used with CICS? CICS programs can embed DB2 SQL for online database updates. Checkmark final summary. This consolidated COBOL tutorial in Q and AMP. A style covers COBOL Basics and AMP, structured data types and AMP, clauses, verbs, statements, and clauses, file handling and AMP, status codes, arrays and AMP, tables, string handling, advanced verbs, sort, merge, call, appends and AMP, errors, JCL, job control language, COBOL plus DB2, embedded SQL, cursors, commits, errors, COBOL plus CICS, transactions, commands, handle condition, maps.